How you doing? It's great to have you on the podcast.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm
Happy to be here.
oh, dude, really legit though. I think you're like my furthest guest out currently because I think we went as far as like Maine and like New Hampshire, and now you're broadcasting all the way from fucking Florida. So shit, yeah. Welcome, Matt. It's
Yeah.
it's one of the things. Well, why should I really say welcome to both these podcasts where both of these nerds talk about anime conventions, anime history, and overall nerd shit. Matt, why don't you ever us a huge favor, introduce yourself and your relation to anime cons.
My name is Matt Joyle. I've been going the cons for what is it, 2025? So 15 years now.
Damn.
Um, yeah, right. First one was Anime Boston back in 2010. Typically, what everyone will say, anyways.
Of course. Especially around this area. I mean, like I said, we are a New England based podcast. That's why we say fuck a lot.
Yeah. And to be fair, most people address it as fucking Florida anyway.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
but yeah, first convention was Anime Boston 2010. I actually had relatives that lived in Malden, Massachusetts, so we didn't stay at the hotel or anything. We just rode the T in, fully cosplaying. Um, got a lot of awkward looks.
Of course
I
you
was
did. It was 2010.
Kakazu.
Who
I
were
was
you?
Kakazu from Naruto.
Oh, hell yeah. Talking about
That
2010s,
was
dude.
my
Fucking
first
Naruto
cosplay.
cosplay. Hell yeah. How was it? Was it a
I
build your
think
own?
no, absolutely not. That was a store bought thing.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Because I know a lot of the times was like around that time with our people I knew was just either, closet cosplays or you knew someone to help you make it.
Yeah, unfortunate at the time, since I was like brand new to the cosplay scene, I didn't know anyone going into it. I think I hung out with a buddy of mine, Kyle, who this was his first time going to.
Mhm.
Um, trying to remember, I think he went as the spy from Team Fortress 2.
Oh, wow. Throwback right
Yeah,
there.
that's that we're talking that old right now.
Dude, people still
So,
cosplay Team Fortress 2. Like Team Fortress 2 is
I
still fucking
know.
around. Like it is still like anytime a hero shooter comes out, everyone just goes, "Man, Team Fortress 2, man. It's the best hero shooter ever." Marvel Rivals, forget that. Team Fortress 2. Overwatch, get out of here.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just in it for the shark. Come on.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I haven't I'm not, I be everyone can take away my nerd card here, but I've never played Team Fortress 2. I've played Counter-Strike, but never Team Fortress 2.
TF2 was I got it on the orange box and I played it on that.
Dude, the
And
orange box, fuck off, dude.
that is somewhere in my collection still. It is hiding. I don't know where it is, but I know I still have it lying around somewhere.
Oh man, remember when those boxes were huge for fucking the what is it for PC games? It was just a huge fucking box every time. Oh, I miss those. I'm not gonna lie. I wish we still had huge ass artwork. It was like the vinyl for our era.
Yeah.
How vinyls were just so huge. I mean, people do vinyls now, but man, like I remember like opening up like here's Diablo 2 with the expansion pack, and you open it up and it shows the screen and like the characters you could be, and I was like, sick. This is great.
And then you go open one thing, open the next thing, open the next thing. I'm still not even at the game yet.
No,
Oh my god, where is it?
no, seriously, it had all the inserts. It's like, okay, oh, here's a book. This is Blue Shield. All right, cool. What's that one? And here's the original game. Okay, great. Where's the one I'm looking for? Fuck.
And here's an autobiography of everyone that made the game. Huh.
Ah, Gabe Newell. Maybe I'll remember that name. We'll see.
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh
oh, I
yeah.
remember I remember the fucking orange box. I know they re-released it for I believe through the 360 era. They re-released that
Yeah.
one. But man, yeah, no, TF2 was never really my thing. Like I said, play a little bit of Counter Strike, but I was never really a PC gamer because I know everyone's gonna oh this fucking fake ass nerd over here.
That's okay. I tried the hardest I could. I could never was odd. I'm sorry. Never got into PC gaming too much.
Mm-hmm.
Always been a console gamer.
Yeah, same.
Um, I do have Steam.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of time I actually play Steam is actually my wife playing Phasmophobia while I play it on the PS5.
Ooh, Phasmophobia is so fucking scary.
Oh my god.
I played that a little bit.
Shout,
No man, that sucked.
shout out to my buddy Kevin and his wife Caitlin. We play it almost every night, and every night it's the same thing. God damn it, I died!
The lights are flickering. What do I do? I don't know. Fucking hide. Go. I don't know what to do. I'll be in this room. Dude, that game scares the shit out of me. I remember it has crossplay with like PS5
Yeah.
and oh
It
shit.
came out horrible timing. It came out in the tail end of October into November, which they should have released at the beginning of October on console.
Mhm.
So it's on PS5. Pretty sure it's on Xbox as well, and then obviously it's on Steam.
Yep.
And we all downloaded it and we just started playing it, and we sucked.
Of
We were
course.
horrible at first because
Of
we were
course.
like, we have no idea what we're doing. We started getting into it and playing it more and more and figuring out. And now we don't suck as bad. But the funniest thing is how can I piss off Kevin today? I have an idea. Hiding in the closet downstairs. Let me just draw a tarot card. Let me just draw another tarot card. Hey, look, Death. Hey, you guys might want to hide. Why? Oh, I'm just drawing tarot cards, hiding in the closet. God
Like
damn it!
just like, oh, it's cold in here. Hey, any fucking ghosts in here? Yo, bitch. It's like, oh
Oh
no.
my god, I played one time. We were on the farmhouse map, and we had all the evidence, and we are like dicking around, and then I was just like, yeah, we just need one more picture. And they're like, yeah, we just need to piss off the ghost. And I go, what's its name? And I know the chat feature doesn't work on the PS5,
No, oh
but they
sad.
still give you the button. They still let you hold down the L1 to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And the ghost name was Jessica. I'm like, yo, Jessica, you a bitch! And the door slammed shut. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, yeah, I think about that, man. I get scared. Fun fact about me, dude, I am not good at horror games. I mean, I'll play with my friends, but I am not good. Hell no. That shit's scary as
Um,
hell.
Resident Evil cabinet behind me.
You know, I was wondering what all that was. I'm just like, I didn't get a good look at it.
It's hard with the glare, but it's my full collection of just Resident Evil stuff. I've played that game since the beginning. That's my favorite franchise. That and BioShock. So I'm a very survival horror video game person.
I fucking love Bioshock, dude. I didn't know y'all were into Bioshock shit. Yeah, dude. I got my Bioshock tattoo on the forearms. Shit, yeah.
I didn't even know you had that on you.
No, I think yeah, because every time we've seen a convention, I'm always wearing like long sleeves.
Yeah, Sanji, I know.
Yeah. We'll get into that a little later. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I fucking love Bioshock. Like Resident Evil, though, in my opinion, is those are the one games I'll give a shot to when it comes to horror games. I remember back in the day, like, mustered all my courage up as like a 13-year-old, maybe younger, and I'm like, I'm gonna play Resident Evil 3. Let's do this. Played it, and I beat it because I had a strategy guide back when the strategy guides were a thing. Hell yeah.
Oh God.
And I beat that, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I got Resident Evil 2. I actually beat that with Leon. Or did I? Either way. And then I bought 1. Did not fucking beat that game because that game's hard as fuck. And then that was kind of it. Of course, we've all played 4. 4 was so fucking good.
Four just changed the series
Oh, yeah,
altogether.
it really has, dude. What's your favorite out of all of them?
Four was always my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It still is like one of my number ones. Just Leon as a character as a whole is just he's an amazing. I've met voice actor was it Matt Mercer. I've met him
Oh, nice.
a
Sick.
couple times. But I will say that Village, the eighth game,
Yes.
well, eighth canonically,
Yeah.
probably game number 20, really, really stood out because it did what 7 did, but so much better, and it gave me that Resident Evil 4 vibe.
I know what you mean. How'd you get into Resident Evil? Which one was the first one you got into, though?
I think
Like, what was like today's like
funnily
me? Like I
and
said, mine was like 3, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And then, what about you?
I've always picked them up and played them, like whether or not they were like owned by me or not. Like someone would come over, oh, play this game, and I'll play it for a little bit. And like obviously 1, 2, and 3 just had back then it was state of the art mechanics. Now you played, it's like this is clunky.
What? 10 controls are based.
You turn a corner, all of a sudden, bah, huh, you
Yeah.
died.
It's
Oh.
like a camera change.
So like 4, if you will, 4 was the first one that I was able to really play 100% of the way through.
Uh-huh.
But the funniest thing was that I didn't have the ability to buy it on like the GameCube or on PlayStation 2 because it was just when I was getting into it wasn't available anywhere I could purchase it. The first time I beat Resident Evil 4 all the way through was on the Wii.
Dude, the amount of times like Resident Evil 4 has been put like, yo, play Resident Evil 4 on the Nokia fucking Switch or something. You're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how many times are you gonna re-release this game, dude? It's like
I'm not joking
lit.
though. I I got it on the PS5. I got
Like,
it
here
on
we
the
go,
Switch. I got it on the Wii. I have it on PlayStation 2 now. I have it on GameCube. I have like legit every version of that game.
dude. Shit, yeah,
To the point that like I can't get it because it's down in
yeah.
the cabinet here. I have the PS2 chainsaw controller.
Oh shit, you got that? Sick,
Yeah.
dude. I wanted to buy
I
that
I
so bad, but I was a poor kid, so I was like, "Fuck, I want this," and I regret not
I
buying
I
it. I wish I just saved my money for it.
I didn't get it when it first came out. I bought it off eBay, but like the person that was selling it, I don't know if they just weren't like a well-known eBay person or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I took a chance. It was like $70.
Oh, that's not bad because they used to sell for 50.
No. And like it came with the manuals and everything. It's complete. It works.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
It's for
I will
Wii, right?
say that I play no, so that one was the PS2 one, which was
Oh,
the red
sick.
one, and then the yellow one was for GameCube.
That's it. GameCube. My fucking dumbass. Old man. Sorry.
No, to be fair, we did just discuss that they might put it on every damn console, so
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Right. Because yeah, it was originally on GameCube because the fucking
I think it came out right
Capcom.
around that era where it was like end of PS2, beginning GameCube era. So they put it on the PS2, then they put it on the GameCube as well.
Yeah, hell yeah. Now that's
I
I didn't.
still remember seeing that chainsaw controller in like the glass display at a
Yep,
GameStop.
yep,
No,
right
excuse
in the
me, it wasn't
back.
GameStop. It was EB Games.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh God, I'm dating myself for that one.
Welcome to the Both of these podcast, bro. It's just
Yeah,
us go.
exactly.
It's just us going. Oh man, remember when it was Electronic Boutique or a Babbage's? Y'all remember that?
Just
It's like Jesus Christ.
just felt all my bones crack.
Hey, it's how it may be. I didn't even know though that the two colors were different. I didn't know that like the yellow. You said the yellow one was for uh
GameCube.
GameCube, and then you said the red one was for PS2. Right?
Yeah,
Damn. Sick.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. I just like, yeah, there's the one. I think the one I kept seeing at my local GameStop was the yellow one. I think that's why I didn't buy it too, because I'm just like, I don't have a GameCube, but it'd just be cool to have. And, I didn't have the concept of just fucking buy it. Just fucking buy it, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fucking sick. Even if you don't use it.
The amount of things that my brain just goes just fucking by when I was younger. And if I could go back in time and be like, you're 10, you don't have money, but somehow just fucking buy it.
Yeah. No, they're like me, like as a kid, like it was one of those things where like I had money because I would save my money a lot, being kind of on the poorer side of things, and and then like of course I would like save money. I'm like, okay, do I want to buy this? Do I really need this? Because you're a kid and you're just like, oh, I want to buy dumb shit. But now I'm just like, yeah, I should have bought that. Like one of my biggest regrets is I remember back when GameStop was still selling like a lot of the older games, PS1 games generally. And I remember I
Mm.
found Silent Hill 1 originally there, and it was like $30. And I'm like, fuck, should have bought that because now it is like $100 plus just to get the original Silent Hill. And I was like, I wasn't gonna play it
Yeah.
because I was too afraid because that was honestly the main reason why I didn't get it because I'm like, that's a scary game. I don't know if I want that 'cause it's scary.
There was a moment back in my later 20s, when I was still living in New Hampshire, that like every weekend when I would have off, I'd just go to like different thrift stores or pawn shops, and I would just be like, okay, what older games can I find? What older games can I find? To the point where I was able to collect like Mega Man, the original Mega Man,
Oh
1
wow.
through like 6 on NES, and then going up to the SNES. And then Mega Man Soccer, I randomly found when I was down here in Florida at one point.
Wow,
And I'm
that's
like,
a good one.
okay, Mega Man Soccer, let's go.
That's a good one.
But one of my favorites that I picked up was a sealed copy. I opened it to check everything to make sure it
Of
was,
course. Yeah,
because the seal looked a little different, but it was sealed. It's still unplayed.
that's
Of
fine.
Black Label Final Fantasy VII.
There it is. Hell yeah, dude. Black Label
So
Final
again,
Fantasy VII is so good.
somewhere in my collection, but
I love like nowadays you just try to go to thrift shops and say like right now the retro market sucks post COVID because everyone's
yeah,
kind of held on to their games and uh unfortunately people have found the value in video games. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, but to the point where it's almost becoming a scam. Like there was a big scam recently about that whole situation. Like someone sold Mario 64 for like I don't know, it was like almost $1 million and it was like who didn't have this game? Like, who didn't have this fucking game? Like, what do you mean? And it was just okay, I guess. And then most of the people in the retro market were like, "That's not right," because the people in the auction apparently it was kind of like conflict of interest. That's a whole story. If you shouts out to Carl Jost, he's the one who does it. I'm not gonna go into it. But if you guys like that stuff, Carl Jost, he really covers a lot of gaming and speedrunning stuff. That's where most of that video is. But yeah, ever since after COVID, I've been hearing a lot of people say, yeah, people have been holding on to their games because they're like, oh, I'm old and I still want these. Why am I getting rid of them? And then people are willing to buy them because they do the whole thing that I still do this day is, damn, what game was that? I missed that game. Where can I find it? And then I go online and I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? That's expensive as hell.
I'm gonna put one out there to see if you remember it. It was another horror game. It's very similar to the all the franchise we're talking about. Clock Tower.
Yep. Clock Tower is one of those. The one that I actually want to buy is Clock Tower 3 for
That's the
PS2.
one.
Yeah. It's just, I saw an editorial about it, and the story of how it's directed is the people are moving. It's motion captured, but it's like doing a stage play. So it looks
Yeah.
really weird, but I'm like, but that's the charm of it because it's people like acting like on a stage, but they have a camera on them. So all the exaggerated motions are there. And like, oh, looks like a lot of fun. Now I want to play that game. And yeah, it's like, hey man, you want this game? Like fucking $70 plus. Like, damn, all right, fuck.
I had it. I remember owning it. I won't go into too many details, but somebody I'm not really friends with anymore
No, of course.
took it. So
Oh,
they own it. So whatever. Somewhere down the line, I'll find a used copy of it, and if it
yeah.
works, whatever.
And whoever stole from my boy Matt, everyone in this podcast, we all hate them. Fuck them. They hate. We give them all the hate. Hate, hate, hate. Stealing people. Dude, I hate how common that story is for a lot of people our age. It's like, I had a friend, or I had something super rare and a friend took it. Now it's all gone. Like, I've heard stories, people about Pokemon cards. Oh, my friend took this. He fucking left. I've had it happen to me. Like, in the middle of a birthday party, some kid jacked my fucking Charizard. And
So
everyone called the kid out. Like, you never had this. You never fucking had this. Give it back. And I was like, motherfucker.
I got a Pokemon story too, but I won't go too much into it. But my parents used to buy me tons of the cards when I was younger.
Oh, nice.
Um, to the point where I had 4 Charizards.
Oh, sick. Hey, man. It's cool as fuck.
But due to some circumstances I won't get into, they were given away to someone else.
Ah.
So it's one of those things where it's like I didn't buy them, so I can't be mad about it.
Yeah. Easy come, easy go, right?
But yeah, it's just one of those things that's like, you never know what's going to be worth money. Like that, like Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Lord knows I collect Funko Pops
Mm.
for the express purpose of getting them signed by people. But yeah, there's just those random things that you never think are going to blow up, except apparently everyone thought Beanie Babies were going to be huge.
I feel like the most things when it comes to collectibles is, like you said, it's the thing that I didn't know this was going to be rare, or no one cares. The second you don't put like a collector value on some things, it becomes rare. Like it's like sometimes people like, oh, here's a game that they made. It was really cool. It was made in Japan. We brought it to the U.S. It wasn't a big deal, but people like it. And then it's like you remember, like, oh, I remember renting that game from Blockbuster, and now I'm trying to play it now, and it's so goddamn expensive. Like, what
You're
is
just
the?
going to be war flashbacks of Blockbuster.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all coming together. You know what you signed up for, Matt. You know.
Yep.
We're gonna. It's everybody's getting dated. We're realizing, like, damn, Brian, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, it's old people podcast. Goddamn, fucking, what is it?
But that's
Gen Alpha shit.
the thing with yeah. The thing with collectibles is that as well, I've noticed that a lot more in the convention scene too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like I remember, oh my God, what? Even less than 5 years ago, you'd go to like Anime Boston, PortCon Maine, Pop Cult when it first started out, AAC.
Mm-hmm.
You go to NES conventions and you would just go, oh, let me go to some panels, let me do this, let me do that. There's a couple voice actors, not too many people. Like Kyle Herbert, he went to like so many different AACs. J. Michael Tatum always goes to AAC.
Hell yeah.
And you just go and be like, okay, let me go look at the dealer's room, look at this. And there was never the stress of, oh my God, there's 50 celebrities and I need to meet as many as possible, and that's going to take up all my time.
Yeah, right?
So it was always like, I can go look in the dealer's room, bump into you guys, hey, what's going on?
Mhm.
go to the room, hang out, watch some TV for a little bit, go hop to a panel, and it was just relaxing. Now for convention scene, it's like I don't even stay at the hotel anymore. I'm
Yeah.
like, let me just drive in for a day, go get as many autographs as possible because that's what I want to do,
Mm.
and spend about an hour looking in the dealer's room, and then go home and wonder what am I doing with my life.
No, that's fine. That's something that in this podcast comes up a lot, and one of the things I like to discuss is like the differences between major cons, large conventions like your Comic Cons, your Anime Boston's, your Katsu's, versus smaller cons like your Pop Cults, your AACs, or any local con in the area, PortCon as we mentioned, and like you can meet famous voice actors. Like the last time I went to AAC, or was the time before that, is the voice actor of Bon Clay, and I have him signed a bunch of stuff. But it was just cool to
Oh,
be like, oh my god, Barry Landell, you like, oh, I love your Bon Clay, it's so great. I was cosplaying Bon Clay, and he was loving it, and we were just hanging out shooting the shit. Put me on his Instagram, and I was so nervous, which I hate to point out because I fucked up when he told me to say something. So I fucked it up. I'm like, oh man, oh god, this is on his Instagram now. So don't look it up. Whoever's watching this, don't look it up. All right, forget I don't edit this out. Don't worry. Be right back. Anyway. No, I'm just kidding. And you go to the bigger cons, like we go to like Rhode Island Comic Con, and like we met like Justin
yeah.
Cook, which was really cool. And he's not in like the fancy like super celebrity line, so we get to talk to him and just like shoot the shit, talk about fucking Yu Hakusho, and that was cool. But we went to the same Comic Con. We went over to Chris Sabat. Forget it. We were in line for about an hour. Like, yep, can't wait. Your Zoro's awesome, and so is your fucking what is it? I think it's Zoro from One Piece.
Yeah, he's gonna be at a MegaCon next month, so
Yeah,
he's one of the ones on my list that I'm like, I gotta try and meet.
nice, hell
But
yeah,
it's funny you mention Rhode Island Comic Con because I went to Rhode Island Comic Con back in 2016,
yeah.
and let me tell you, I bought a VIP pass even,
Hmm.
and I grabbed a couple things before this, and I got something right here that's actually very near and dear to me.
Nice.
Because I bought the Stanley Experience, and I met Stanley
Oh no
back
shit.
in, yeah, it's hard to see, but I met him back at Rhode Island 2016.
Yeah,
Um, let me tell you, even having his VIP pass
yeah.
and everything, freaking 2 hours of waiting in a
Oh my
line just to get
goodness.
10 seconds with the guy. And I didn't even witness him sign this. The way that he was doing his autographs then, because he passed in what, 2018?
Something
Something
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Um, he was just at that age where like, signing stuff became harder and harder, and you have tens of thousands of people trying to shop and go. So you only would get his autograph by getting the pass.
Hmm.
And then from there, you waited in line just to get the photo with him. You gave the item beforehand, he
Yeah.
signs it, and you get it back after later in the day.
Oh really? I didn't
That's
know
how he
that.
was doing stuff.
I didn't know that. That's neat. Well, not really neat, but it's just interesting. Neat in the sense of wow, because so what? They just give them all signed. They're like, all right, Mister Matthew, here you go. Here's your copy, signed by
Yep.
signed by sign. Like, oh, okay, here's my ticket. Thank you. Was like a ticket system, or you just kind of showed up?
You just showed up like they gave you a specific time slot, and it was
Hmm.
like they would let out of the 1,000 people who had it, they let like 100 in at a time.
Yeah. Jeez, that's cool. Though. I didn't know y'all met Stanley. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, many years ago, almost 10 years ago, almost at this point. Oh my God.
Dude, don't remind me. Nah, did you say that? Like, it's I'm like, yeah, that was like 4 years ago, right? Let me check the thing. Oh, my Taylor Swift
It'd be
calendar's
nine,
gone.
9 years this year, but
Fuck.
the fact that it's like closer, almost 10 years, is what's creeping up on me.
Yes, sir. It happens. I remember going to fucking Rhode Island Comic Con back when I used to go out with my friends. I used to like, go out clubbing and all that rave shit. And I was sleeping one night, and then all of a sudden, I left my TV. I was like, Rhode Island Comic Con, go enjoy the Rhode Island. It's like 3 in the morning ad, and it's just like meet Jason David Frank. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, my friend likes Jason David Frank. That's cool. I'll go check that out with him. And then I just suggested it to him. We showed up on a Sunday. We're just like, we get in there, and it was still in like the small pavilion area, and we're just walking around like, what do we do? This is like, I think Jason David Frank's on the third floor. We just walk over there, just sitting in a room with just like, is this it? And my boy's like, no, there he is. No table, no nothing, just standing there. And they're like, oh, you're here for him? It's like, sure. They give us $20. All right, sick. And then we just hung out with him for like, 5 minutes because he was just standing there. We just talked. I didn't know shit about fucking Power Rangers, but my boy was really into it. So we just have a photo together. And I'm just like, yeah, just Dave Frank, rest in peace. After that, I was like,
What
damn, I didn't realize how fucking cool that guy was.
what year did you go? Because like legit same year.
Oh shit. Yeah, that Reddit. Whoa, crazy. I think this is probably pre 2015, like probably 2014, 13 maybe. It was
Yeah,
early.
because mine was 2016, so I was like, damn, that would have been funny if it was the same year and we like just did it in passing.
No, I don't think it was 16 because 2016 I was in nursing school, so this was prior to that. Yeah, 2016 I didn't really do much cons because I was in school, just trying to do shit.
Yeah.
It was funny because it's a nice little segue. Is because I was finishing up nursing school. Well, no, I was at the beginning of my nursing school, and I was telling myself, Ryan, you got to get your shit together, like stop partying, get your life together. I was getting older, and so Matt McKenna reaches out to me after my first what is it module, like 10-week module, and he goes, Ryan, do you want to go to this convention with me? And I go, we'll share a room. I go, what is it? It's called Pop Cult. I'm like, never heard of it. It's like, it's our second year, and we just, if you want to, I'm telling myself, Ryan, you told yourself you're not gonna go, you're not gonna go out, but I was like, I'm gonna have my final, and I'll let you know. Either way, I said, fuck it. Yeah, just give me a room, whatever, give me a room. And then pass my final, and then boom, Pop Cult. I always said out, and I'm not gonna lie, Pop Cult is one of those things. Back when it was at that fancy castle place, I forget the name of that. What was
The
that?
Sheridan.
Yeah, Sheridan. And I remember like passing my first module in nursing school. I'm like, oh, I think I can do this. Like, and then going straight to Pop Cult and being like, this is sick. And I think that was my first real like smaller convention. And I'm like, I like this. I like this a lot. Now, a perfect segue is you know a little bit about Pop Cult there, Matt.
Nonsense. I don't know anything about pop culture.
We're so what? How were you there from the very start of Pop Cult?
Yeah.
So what are your
So
like?
I
Give us
I
a little background of your Pop Cult life.
so for those who don't know, I am the game show director, coordinator, whatever you want to call it, for Pop Cult Anime Con. I've been at it since year one.
Nice.
I've been technically part of Pop Cult before it was even Pop Cult because our convention had inks. Um, Me, Kevin, DL, we all were friends with her back when she used to be the button lady
Mm.
at the convention. She used to sell buttons, yaoi paddles, and everything in this big
Ooh.
red tent called Pub Cult. And we were just all hanging out with her. And she had the idea of, I want to do this thing and I want to start this convention and I need help. So a lot of us jumped in, and at the time, I was already helping do different events at PortCon, at AAC, at Anime Boston. Actually, PortCon was when this was happening. This was right after the first year of lip sync,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't remember if you remember that one or not at PortCon.
No, I actually
But it was
started
in
going to PortCon like last year. Was my first
so
PortCon.
PortCon is where lip sync kind of got its footing,
Okay.
and it started out in the smaller room. And by year three of me hosting it, it got out into the tent.
Mm-hmm.
I hosted that for 5 years at PortCon
Nice.
before they're like, okay, hold on. You're drawing in way too much of a crowd that's to be a like, you know, attendee run event.
Yeah.
Let us
Oh
run it. And I said,
wow. Oh wait, so
hold
it was
on.
just you going,
This
"Hey,
is
I have a panel, or I have an idea." Is that how it started? No
it. That's
sh,
how it started.
no shit,
So
no
it started in
shit.
New England in PortCon
Mm-hmm.
back in like the mid 20 teens. I think I want to say like 2016
Mm-hmm.
around then. Uh, it was definitely before I did my Disney college program back in 2017, but it was back then, and it was literally just me and a couple friends running it, just having fun, nothing huge,
Mm-hmm.
and then it blew up into this audience participation, into a you can sign up, into a you did great, we're putting you into the tent, do signups, and now it's just blown up into one of the biggest events that I've seen at AAC, Anime Boston, PortCon still runs it. We
Yeah.
now brought it back to Pop Cult finally because can't do it with the mask on, but finally we're able to
Yeah.
do it with that.
Yeah.
Um, which I will say it is coming back this year.
Oh hell yeah.
So
Who?
I will say that here officially,
Nice.
coming from the champion of last year,
I've never
Master
mentioned
Riz himself.
I've never mentioned it on the podcast. I'm just like,
You have,
no, I'm a guy that's like,
listen,
I
you had
don't.
us going.
Oh, thank you. It's one of those things. I'm like, as much as I like to talk about myself, I don't really y'all need to worry about that. Just don't worry about me. Y'all do your things. Now, I had a lot of fun. I'll tell you this right now, dude. Doing the pop cult, the lip sync battle at pop cult has actually made a lot of good things for me, actually, because I'm older. I'm like, I'll do this for fun. I saw Shelby do it one time for AAC, and I was like, that was fun. Then she was like Lady Loki, and I was like, I'll give this a shot. Cause I started with the joke of, if there was a lip sync battle and I was Sanji, we should do Treasure because it just makes sense. Because he'd be singing about Nami and Treasure, pirates, whatever. And watching all the stuff and being like, I have to come up with a routine. All right, well, you got to come with like 4 routines. And I was like, okay, well, I used to do dance stuff back when I used to rave a lot. And then after that, I was like, end up winning and pushing. I literally, Matt, I pushed myself to like, all right, try to come up with routines again. Like, just have fun and just see what happens. Man, I haven't danced in years. And it was just really cool to be on stage and like dance and like do sing-alongs and shit because I used to do school musicals. And it was really cool being like, damn, I could still do this. And winning just kind of like really kind of solidified that, being like, oh, sick, this is a lot of fun. Because let me tell you, that spin at the end took me forever. To from Be Our Guest, I was like, damn, I'm gonna pull this off. I'm gonna fall on my ass. We'll see what happens.
You nailed it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for hosting it because man,
Of course.
I went to AAC and I was like, well, I might as well join it there. I joined it there. I had a lot of fun there as well.
Yeah, we always look for ways to improve on our games too.
Yeah.
So like every year we put out like the survey just saying what do you want
Mm-hmm.
to see come back, what do you
Mm-hmm.
want to see go. But with Pop Cult, this was year what? 5 because we had the whole break from COVID and what have
Yeah.
you. Um maybe year 6. I've lost count at this point how many years I've done this. But we've done quite a few different things. We've tried Family Feud, we've tried
Mm-hmm.
uh what was it 20 words or less.
Yeah.
We've done Deal or No Deal. um the staples have always been the death match,
Of course.
have always been the 18 plus dating game. Lip sync, when we did host it, was big, and we took a hiatus from it and we brought it back and it still was big.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
um but it's funny because like Pop Cult was just because knowing people, and that's all this is just about knowing the certain people to get into these events.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're going to help you get into the event, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
um And I want to say the first time I actually hosted anything was the cosplay death match at Anime Boston back, I believe it was 2013. Me and my friend Mel ran it together. I was Red from Pokemon, and
Nice.
they were Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Such a
Nice.
weird lineup. And then we ran that together, and then later that year is AAC, and Billy, who's very well known
Mm-hmm.
through a lot of conventions for hosting things, had me do my way back when, if you can remember, Deadpool cosplay as
I don't think I know
Princess
that one.
Deadpool.
I don't think I know that one actually.
I literally ran around with a pink tutu, a
Oh, nice.
crown, pink Crocs. It's out there somewhere. There's a photo of me in Rochester, New Hampshire newspaper for Free Comic Book Day on
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
If I can find that, prop it up here. I'll send you a picture of it.
Say less.
But no, he asked me, can you be it for the 18 plus dating game? But the thing is, I want you to just be Deadpool the entire game. I'm like, what do you mean by that? He goes, be in your round, but like kind of sneak in here and there because I want to see what's gonna happen.
Mm.
I said, okay, interesting. So every so often, I just poke my head out from behind the stage. People would be like, what the hell? And I was in the last round, so people finally got the idea of what was happening. And
Yeah.
then I would just get yanked back behind the stage, stuff like that. And Billy would play with it and be like, I don't know what the hell's happening. And then it got to the point for that game where I just stopped caring about The Bachelor because it
Mhm.
was the Yowie round. I just started focusing on Billy the entire time.
Nice.
So just stuff like that, those memories from these cons, like that's what I remember when I was in the games.
Nice.
So I just got to the point where I wanted that for everybody else.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's really nice being a part of games. I think the last time we spoke about with other people about it is, you get to meet people and you get to express like your love of anime culture, or just doing shit. Like, it's cool. Like I said, it sounds cheesy, man, but like, being older and winning, like whatever, like winning or just putting myself out there is giving me a lot more confidence and being like, wow, I can really go out there and do this. Like I've tried dating, I do the dating games and I'm kind of harsh on myself. Like, I got to work on being better at this, better at that. But I don't know, man. Y'all brought Instinct Battle. And I'm just like, oh, I feel so good about myself. Like I can dance still. All right, I'm good. I'm not as old as I thought. But meeting people in games and being a part of games, I feel like is one of those things that people should try once in a convention. Like you might not do as good as you think you do, but if you put yourself out there, you don't realize, wow, I'm having a great time, or what a crazy experience. Because I know someone like yourself, like showrunners, will always try to, you have people that you can rely on, and there's people you want to bring some new people in. And I think I was talking to Goggle Candy about this. Is when you guys run games, you try to put like people be veterans, to put them with like newer people, so they can kind of be like, look, I know you're nervous, but we can take care of you. And that's what I like to say, people like who would watch this podcast, if they're ever interested, and be like, they're not gonna put you with a bunch of new people and you're all gonna like sink. No, they want to make sure you succeed. So please give it a shot. Am I right on that one, so to speak?
Yeah, it really is too. And like we do try our best to be like, okay, we like, for example, the death match.
Mm-hmm.
When we get the applications in, because to run the death match we need 32 people.
Mm-hmm.
Or at that point at least 32 plus teams, whatever.
Yep.
Um, so we start going through everything, and I'll see, oh, Zuko signed up. Let me just pull that name. Shelby signed up. All right, let me pull that name. Veterans. All right, we got them together. I think I made you guys fight 1 year. And then we start going down the list, and then like last year we had quite a few has been hotel people sign up because
Mm-hmm.
that's super popular now.
Yep, of course.
And then we had Shiko Noko Noko. And we sit there and we talk about it as we're planning these things out too. It's not just random who's going up against people either. I sit there and go, well, Alistair is the Wendigo, which is a deer demon,
Mm-hmm.
and Shiko Noko Noko is a deer. This just is easy enough to put these two up against each other.
Yes,
So like
definitely.
like the people in the crowd that just sit there and go, "Oh, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm looking at as well." And then I also look for the, yeah, you did this to yourselves like 2 years ago when we had Solomon Mudo fighting Anya from Spy Family, and everyone's just screaming in the crowd, and I'm like, nah, y'all did this to yourself. You knew what was happening.
Oh my god. I will say for the pop call that you guys are so hilarious when it comes to, hey, y'all want to see something crazy? Yo, check this fight out. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, and then it,
Listen,
it ends up in
there's an
random
image.
places.
There's an image of me right now,
Mm-hmm.
of the me and the Grimace
Yep,
from
of course.
last year. I think I have it saved to my phone. It is a perfect crop. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
No, hell yeah.
And it was, here it is. Like they sent this to me, and I'm like, my God.
Oh, just touching.
And it's like those moments where you're like, it's literally just me trying to help someone up on the stage, but apparently you're being blessed by me at this point.
Apparently, oh, been touched by God. Oh, Lord help me.
But no, you do meet the craziest people, you meet the funnest people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you do get these people that, like last year, 2024, we had the Hades team,
Yes.
who made it to the finals, and they were up against these little kids
Yep.
that were Klee and Venti from Genshin Impact, who is their first time doing this. And my Hades group are longtime friends that I've known for a few
Yep.
years now, and they've been doing this for a while. And congrats to both of them for getting to like the end with the veterans and
Yeah,
the new ones.
Yeah.
But like that's what we want to see. We want to see parents bringing their kids in and being like, "No, you're nerds like us. We're gonna enter you into this thing where it's a bloodbath and hope you don't die."
Yeah, right. Those kids were hilarious. Someone, it was Tom Nook. Someone told me I was coming up with one of the deaths was I was supposed to take my belt off and start, pretending. They were like, Ryan should have done that to the kids. Like, no, don't do that. They're children. A whole bunch of generational trauma just showed up.
Jeez,
I was like,
that's bad.
yeah, I appreciate. Oh man, it was good though. I Hades team was really cool. It's funny because I've kept in contact with them throughout the next con because now we're like, oh, we see each other. Like, oh, sick. It's great to see you. Oh man.
The funniest thing is that they actually came down to Florida and they stayed at my damn hotel and didn't tell me they were down here. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, they have. I saw it on their Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. I know you're a family, but wow.
That was so funny because I think when me and Blondie Sunday went there, we met up with y'all, and that was a lot of fun that we met up with y'all. I just love. I'm like, hopefully, I felt bad at first, but I'm like, no, fuck that. Hopefully, Matt gets the humor. It's us in our photo, and it's just, the random people you meet at Disneyland. Disney's so magical. It's like, come on. And it's like, wow, you made friends there? I go, yeah, totally. I complete randos. We all just hung out. I gotta say that was
They're
one
not in any of my other pictures or anything.
no, not at all. I gotta say, it's funny because talking about like that or just meeting up with each other, taking those photos, like a lot of the old photos. I think the only other photos we had was like when I first went to Pop Cult, because that's when Matt. I was rooming with Matt. I met all of you guys. Like, oh Ryan, there's Matt. This is Kevin. These are people you need to know. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll figure that one out, and we all got to hang out there. But then, yeah, following that was us at Disney, and I gotta say, man, that was a lot of fun. Just chilling. Yeah, I think we were in Epcot. We spent like an
Yeah, I
hour
think
just
we
hanging out, and that was, dude. That was I'm not gonna lie, dude, that was one of my favorite parts of Disney. Like it was just, it's
we
nice to sit down and just like shoot the shit.
yeah, we bumped into you guys near Germany.
Yeah.
I remember beer in hand. I'm like, I found them.
Yeah. Guten Tag. I'm getting a Werther's original. Excuse me. uh nah, it's just one of those things. Like it's crazy how when like we meet each other, like I said, we met each other at Pop Cult, and then we became friends, and now we're friends for this much longer. And y'all over there helping out, y'all over in Florida, and every now and again we see each other. Like you're hosting games, and it's like, yeah, like what's the phrase? No friendship decay. And so
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't go down. It's like no, we're always just fucking chilling. Every time we see each other, it's always something new, and always get a chance to talk to each other. I love it.
I think one of the best things is that also going back to like the veterans of the
Mhm.
games is that I'll put out the post and it'll be like a month before the con and I go through and I'm like, the hell? Zuko and Bloody haven't signed up yet. Where the hell they at? And I just shoot you a message be like, the hell.
Hey,
Hey,
hold on a
that
sec.
was the year you guys went as Ken and Barbie.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, in my defense, all right, I had to ask her what we were cosplaying. Okay, and she didn't come up with it until, hey, I got Matt on the phone. He's angry. Y'all better say something. I'm not dealing with this. Okay, you better figure it out. I don't know what I'm doing. She's like, Ryan, okay, we're doing Barbie and Ken. It's gonna kill. I'm telling you this. I'm like, all right, fine. You pick. I'm not fighting her. I'm scared, dude.
You guys have won two of our events before.
Really? Oh
2 years
yeah.
you won Deathmatch 2 years
Oh
ago,
yeah, of course.
and then you won
Lip sync
Lip
that.
Sync Battle
Yeah.
last
Oh
year.
yeah. Thank you. I wasn't sure if it was like a team wise. I think the funniest thing at Deathmatch last year was we were getting high up into the thing, and Kevin goes, "Just let everyone know, these guys won last year," and you can hear grumbles in the crowd, and I'm like, "What's up? What's up? Y'all got a problem with me? Us winning? What's up?" We're just like talking shit to the crowd. 'Cause I'm never gonna lose to the children. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I'm just here to have a good time, help you guys out with a good show. So I'm always happy to be a part of it. It's like it's always weird because I don't think I'll ever join a like a large show like at a different at like let's say like a Kineticon or an AB. I mean maybe Limp Sync Battle, but I don't really go to AB anymore. Uh, if you watch the podcast, everyone knows the reasons why. money. Anyway, but I think
Who
I'm
said that?
going to yeah, I think I'm gonna do the port cons. I'm gonna try my hand at that one and go from there because, like you mentioned in your story, everyone's like Ryan, like PortCon, lip sync battles like their biggest event, and that's the one thing they're known for. I'm like, I don't know. I just signed up last year for Matt's at Pop Cult and I gave it a shot and I did it at AAC. And I was gonna retire and go. All right, I'm done. I won that one, won the other one. I'm done. But everyone's like, Ryan, you can do a third one. And I was like, fuck. All right, I'll give it a shot. If they allow me, I'll join. But if not, then we'll just go from there.
The crazy thing about PortCon was that the year they asked me to retire and I took over with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
um, it was like right before COVID was going to start happening and stuff like that. And I told my wife that, listen, if I give this thing up, that's fine. I'm going to show up next year and participate.
Oh hell yeah, let's go!
And and I wanted to, and then just stuff happened. I wasn't able to go to the convention, and I was like, damn it, because I had this whole entire thing planned out of what I was going to do, and we just didn't get a chance to do it, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I would rather have people who've never done it before
Mm-hmm.
get on the stage and take it.
Yeah, you should join. You should join Pop. You should do it. Take yourself out of retirement and be like, surprise, bitches, I'm back. Got off the airport.
Surprise! I came up from Florida.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Challenge yourself. Like you made me challenge myself. Let's go. Just let me know. I won't participate. If not,
And
then
then the
if
other
you're the same
thing,
one as me, you're dead to me. You're the enemy, and I don't care. I'm like, you came up here to lose. Get out of my face. I'll break your legs when you're not looking.
bust some kneecaps.
Yeah, right. Tanya
Um,
Hardin style.
the other things that it's fun because and when you're also trying to determine certain things. So with deathmatch, it's always been your typical dance offs to determine who wins,
Mm,
your poses, rock paper scissors. But like it got to the point where like my lip sync battle event, we just did crowd cheering and like we did it that way where it was dance off whatever.
mm.
And I was like, no, hold on. I've seen enough RuPaul's Drag Race to know that you need a lip sync to survive,
Yeah.
and I'm incorporating that in the show.
Nice.
And I've gone through so many years of doing it that like my music that I have pre-downloaded for everything is literally everything someone's done in the past plus some.
Yeah.
There's over 300 songs
Oh, nice.
that I have pulled. So when we had what was it the Marcial from Delicious in Dungeon
Yeah.
and
I think it was Abel. I think it was he was Asterin, I think. Oh, I think he cut out. Hold on a sec. You were talking about, of course, RuPaul's Drag Race, talking about what's it, Lip Sync for Your Life, and the last game. So when was the last time that happened?
So that was Pop Cult last year for the lip sync battle, and we had Marcial from Delicious in Dungeon versus Asterion from Baldur's Gate, and it was very close, and we don't use a decimal meter or anything to determine who wins. Like we just go based off the crowd.
Yeah.
We did a decimal meter one time at a convention, and we broke the thing.
Oh shit!
Um,
Awesome.
yeah, it broke the scale. So like at that point we're like, okay, how can we decide this? And I'm like, hold on, I have the perfect thing. And the funniest bit is the fact that at Pop Cult, the laptop controlling all the music and everything is in the back of the room,
Yep.
and we're in the front of the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just walking to the back, no microphone or anything. I'm just yelling, hold on, I got this, hold on. Walk all the way to the back, whisper to someone, this song's gonna play. Tell them the song, walk all the way back. I'm like, I got this. Hold on. And I'm like, all right, we're going to do lip sync to survive. You guys are going to have a song come on. It's a popular song. And you guys are going to both lip sync at the same time. The crowd's going to decide who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
All right, when you're ready, give a thumbs up. Both give thumbs up. And freaking Avril Lavigne girlfriend comes on.
That was such a good choice.
Let me tell you, I just have just the random assortment of music just ready for most occasions.
That's good though, because it really helps. When we did it for AAC, there was a joke about me getting it because they were like, "Hey, they gave Ryan home field advantage because they played Gangnam Style." And I was like, you motherfuckers.
That's bad.
Luckily, I've done enough, substances in clubs to know the dance for that. So it's good times.
Jesus, that song ever.
Only reason why I know the lyrics of Arena Clubs is like, whoa, girl style. And then dubstep changes. It's like, whoa, dubstep. I know earlier we were talking about what is it, like Resident Evil 4 or just Resident Evil in general, and like that's like your game and everything that you're into. What currently are you into right now? Like, what's a hyperfixation you have right now? Anything in particular?
Um, so I touched base on it a little bit, but I recently started playing the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
So I've had it since it came out. And if you're anything like me and you have a backlog of games about immensely long, I finally got a chance to play it. And it was funny because it was right around the time that we were doing Holiday Matsuri down here.
Mhm.
And legitimately, 5 of the voice actors of the characters were going to be there.
Oh, sick. Based.
Yeah, so like I printed this out. I got at least 3 of them.
Oh,
So I got
nice.
Red 13, Barrett, and Tifa
Mhm.
to sign that, and it was hilarious because at that convention, some of the people are just there to sign. It's like, okay, I'm tired. I just want to get this done. The guy who plays Barrett,
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
so he is amazing. His name's John Bentley. He had his line, and instead of just sitting at the table, he's standing up past his table, just meeting everybody. And I'm there by myself. My wife's there. Mooney Warrior cosplay and her fiance are there. Um, and they're all just roaming around doing their own thing. So I'm by myself. And I'm getting to the front of the line. He comes up and he goes, "Hey, how's it going? How are you? Blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Oh, very nice to meet you. Love the game, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Oh, who are you here with?" Like my wife. She's somewhere roaming around. And a couple of friends. He's like, "What's her name?" Give her a name. And he's like, "Get her on the phone." So he has me. I'm standing there next to the dude who voices Bear, who's mind you like a foot and a half taller than me.
Right.
Um, call up my wife. Like, hey, she goes, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "I'm good. Barrett wants you to come over here." And she goes, "What?" And she waves her hand up, and we can see her. She's fairly close. He just screams her name, and her face drops like, "What did I do?" And mind you, she's in a full Beauty and the Beast Belle
Oh,
cosplay
nice.
from like the Christmas special. And walks over, he's like, "This is your wife?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "God damn it." So he went from 0 to 100 being Barrett
That's
real
amazing.
damn quick.
That's
He was
amazing.
super genuine. He's also one of those ones that like I not only did I get his autograph, I got a picture of them, and you know how they like try and charge you for the pictures. He's like, "No, no, pictures are free. Let's go."
Nice. Love this. I love that man now, even more so.
Oh my god, he was fantastic. But no, FF7 definitely got really into it. Was playing it for a while. I beat it, and my wife was watching me near the tail end of it, so she's like, "Oh, this is getting good. This is getting good," because like she remembered playing the original, but
Yeah,
didn't remember the full story.
as we
And
all do.
yeah, and obviously it's going to be split up into 3 games.
Mhm.
So the next part's Rebirth, and I have it. I got it for Christmas, and she's like, "Yeah, you can't play it unless I'm here."
Oh
Damn it, not one of these
no!
scenarios.
Oh
So
brother,
now I'm like on hold
brother,
trying to play that.
brother.
Um,
Ah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
so like in the meantime, like I got a couple other like games on backlog, but like I'll be playing that every so often, other games every so often, and then she'll get home and I'm like, "I'm gonna start." She's like, "No, I'm tired." Like it's been downloading for 18 hours. I just want to play the damn game.
Like, please, let me just hear it. Let me hear the music, please.
Oh my god. So no, that's always been a thing. Because the thing is, even I haven't played a Final Fantasy game honestly since 10. Because I
Okay.
really only got into 7 and 10.
Yeah. No.
And
Same, bro. Didn't play any of the other ones.
the closest thing would be Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
And that's always a big franchise. She loves that game franchise. But I was like, I really want to sit down and play this game now that I actually have time.
Mm.
And after going through the entire thing and doing it, I regret because we did Japan last year too.
Yeah.
I regret not going to freaking Shinjuku and going to Square Enix headquarters.
Ah, it's all good,
Next time.
man. Yeah, next
Next
time.
time. Next
Next
year.
time.
Next year. Next
Next,
year.
should
Let's
be
do it next year.
let's go. Let's go. That's the plan. You walk in there, you got a
Yep.
plan. You got a plan, Arthur. You got to go in there, go to the headquarters, and go right there.
I've been there. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. I know what I'm looking
No,
for.
but
Just get out of my way. Shove a guy. Why not? Hey, get over
like other than that, like the other hyperfixation for me is like when I do go to conventions, down here in Florida, the main thing is that um the closest you're gonna get to your AACs and stuff like that
here.
is from what I've seen the Holiday Matsuri convention because they actually do have panels and everything.
Is it a
Whereas
smaller
most of the
con or is it a
conventions I
big
do,
con? Or
it's
what
a
do you
big
think?
con. It's at the Orange County Convention Center. It's
Mhm.
the biggest. It used to be the biggest convention center in the entire United States.
Oh wow.
Until last year, another one got built and it's a little bit bigger. Um,
2 more inches. Let's
so
go.
damn it, they win. But no, it was massive. It had a lot of artists in it. It had a lot of vendors,
Hmm.
actors, voice actors, stuff like that. But it at least did panels.
Yeah.
Whereas I go to other conventions down here, and it's just like, oh, we'll do a meet and greet Q&A, whatever, with so and so from this. So
Yeah.
Jim Cummings, who voices everyone in everything at Disney, essentially.
Yeah.
He always does a Q&A panel. I don't ever really go to Q&As because for me, I'm like, okay, cool, I met the person, I appreciate them, but I'm not big up that. I love your work as Winnie the Pooh, and he's public domain now. How do you feel about Blood and Honey? I'm not about to go there and
Yeah.
ask him about that. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. So, when I'm down here, the hyperfixation is that I'm going to these things to get stuff signed,
Yeah.
or I'm going to increase things in my collection
Yeah.
because at this point I do autographs, I do pops, I do Pokemon cards, I
Yeah.
do Lorcana cards. So, um, it's I do go for the collecting aspect.
Yeah. So like, now you just like mostly because like I said, we were talking about how it kind of jumped off from earlier. Just like at this point, like okay, I can always get more stuff, but I kind of want to enhance what I have now because it's just like it's cool to have like on the bottom of my I can't really see my flag. I gotta change my camera angle a little bit better. Bottom of that flag in the corner, right there. It's just a pin of Bond Clay, and the guy signed it. And I'm like, yeah, that's I'm happy with that. That's cool. Like it's just like it's like you have figures. I'm like, yeah, I have a figure over here, but it's like it's just so cool. It's like he's like, I'll just sign a bunch of shit. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. And it's like, yeah, it's cool just to have a sticker with a signature on it. And I'm just like, that's fun. I'm not gonna take it anywhere, but I enjoy having it. Just like, yeah, I met him. He's a
Yep.
cool dude. And then I don't really get stuff signed very often. Like Blondie Sunday was the one who really kind of got me into like meeting people because sometimes I'm like the same thing. It's cool. I meet them, but don't want to bother them. But they're like, no, Ryan, you should really meet them and tell them like it's really funny. I think the last really good one we had was we met Joey Greason. No, his name's not Joey. Is it? I forget. It was the voice actor for Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I have a Joey figure, and he signed it. It's amazing, and we were cosplaying Joey Wheeler at the same time, and he was so happy. Oh man, it was such a good time. His name was Wayne Grayson or something like that, but that sounds like a fucking Batman character.
It does.
I was like, wait, I'm like, I think I've been watching too much DC shit, but whatever. But what do you
You
say?
just
It's
took Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne and
yeah.
just mixed them up.
Hey, if I'm right, good for me. If I'm wrong,
Yeah, good.
fucking goddamn it.
But then I get on these things where for example, years ago I used to do mystery boxing unboxes, stuff like
mhm.
that on YouTube. Don't do too much anymore because money.
Yeah.
But I got in a box an Emilio Estevez autograph from Breakfast Club,
Oh, nice.
and then they were doing a send-in event where they had Molly Ringwald, so I sent that in to get signed by her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So I have 2 of the 5 on this thing. Now I'm going to MegaCon next month. The other 3 are there.
Oh shit!
So now I'm like,
Oh, the
oh
power.
damn. So I'm like, that's something that like if I start getting something that has multiple people on,
Yeah,
i.e. this,
exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to strive to get
The rest,
everyone.
yeah, of course. Now you're collecting signatures. It's fun, I imagine, man. Like I said, I don't think, but it's one of those things. It's collecting stuff, and it's great.
Yeah, and then it also makes you go back. Like I've got a couple up there that like I can look at. Like if I've just looked up that general direction, I just have a bunch of signed stuff.
Yeah.
Like I have a Oogie Boogie Ken Page,
Oh
who he
wow.
passed away last year. I have Tony Todd Venom, and Tony Todd passed away last year. So I
Yeah.
look at these things and like
Shit.
it's sad that they're gone, but
Hmm.
like you know everyone knows who Oogie Boogie is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who, well, not everyone, but like Candyman
Yeah.
is Tony Todd.
Yeah. But
So
no,
like
I know what you mean. It's just like when you people, especially horror people, like horror is a whole thing right there. That like he's one of just like Kane Hodder people. Like it's just the name that everyone fucking knows. You know.
yeah. Nah, but collecting has just been a thing for me, and I blame my dad.
Yeah.
He's bad. He does sports cards and everything. I'm like, I wonder where I got it from. Um,
you got his Dan Marino card. I think that's a fucking footballer.
I don't know, sports ball, something like that.
Sportsman. Dan Marino.
But no, I like doing the combination between the collectible events because
Mhm.
I do like to see what is out there, the highly sought after stuff. Not pushing people out of the way to go buy a pack of Pokemon cards like happened over the weekend.
Jesus
But
Christ.
no, that was a mess. But
Gotta get one of these. Like you're in the pit.
oh my god, it feels like Black Friday. But like, I also love the low key conventions, just going, sitting at a what they don't do them, but like a nerd fit panel, enjoying a good laugh,
Yeah.
having a drink with a friend somewhere,
Hell yeah.
just enjoying that downtime.
Yep. No, definitely. That's why I love small conventions. And then, like I said, you said Matsuri's like your bigger con, right? So any of the smaller ones in your area?
Um, we did one that was called the House of Mouse Expo. It obviously
Hmm.
was based off Disney. We did a couple years in a row. This year they haven't shown any dates off, but
Hmm.
like they did get a good variety of people. Like they had Jason Morris, who played Max Goof in Goofy movie.
Oh, nice. Sick.
So he was there, and he actually became like a spokesperson for them. But I actually got to meet a longtime favorite actor of mine at one a couple years ago, who's Doug Jones.
Like the fucking.
Um,
Yeah, like the fucking. Like. Yes. Let's go. Dude, that's who I want to meet, actually. Because fucking Abe
he
Sapien, fucking
yes,
any fucking Shape of Water is one of my favorite movies. That's
I
the one.
love that movie.
I don't have shit for Shape of Water, but I want it so bad. That's why I said like I don't really collect pops very much, but the one that pops does well is like, hey, here's a random movie that other people liked or people like it, but it's not a big. We don't make shit for it. Oh, there's Shape of Water figures. All right, I'll take both of them, please. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, no,
He's
Doug Jones great.
fantastic.
Doug Jones is amazing.
Um,
What We Do in the
it was
Shadows, everything, dude.
it was my wife and I when we went. That was like the main one I wanted to see,
I don't blame you.
and I go up and I'm just saying, been a long time fan.
Yeah.
Love you in all uh what Guillermo del Toro movies.
Yep.
And he's asking me which one's my favorite. I said my all-time favorite is Pan's Labyrinth. I
Of
love that
course.
movie. That
Fucking
movie is fantastic.
fantastic. Oh,
But I
shit.
said, but we're big Disney fans, so I have this for you to sign. He's like, oh, I love playing this character. He's like, all right, let's get a picture. So he did a free picture with us, and he goes, all right, one with all of our arms out. All right, one with the funny face. All right, now grab my leg, and we're holding his leg in a picture.
He
Like
sounds
this guy
delightful.
has so much energy. He was amazing.
Oh, now I need to meet him. If I see him in a thing, I definitely have to meet him then. Fuck. Gotta get a Shape
Like
of Water character.
he's probably one of my top times meeting someone. It was him, and then another fun one was 2 years ago. Another convention we do down here, Fanboy Expo Orlando.
Wait, what was it
We met
called?
John Ray Davies. Fanboy Expo
Oh,
Orlando.
okay. I'm sorry, my brain went femboy expo. I'm like, yeah, what's
I
up?
thought I was like, yeah, I think he hit everybody head. But we met John Ray
if
Davies
you if
there,
you do find
and
one of those, invite me. Just
it's Florida. I'm sure there's one somewhere.
hell yeah.
But no, John Ray Davies was amazing. Sala from Indiana Jones, stuff like
Hmm.
that. And he's like, "Oh, you guys are such a cute couple. You're amazing. Go make tons of babies." My wife's face just got beet red. I'm laughing. I'm like, "This guy's amazing."
You just go, we'll work on it later. Okay, let's see.
But it's seeing those actors from not necessarily my childhood per se, because like Indiana Jones came out way before me,
Yeah.
but I grew up watching those
Yeah.
movies nonetheless. Same with like the Power Rangers. I grew up watching Power Rangers, so Jason David Frank was a big one for me.
Mm.
Um, so it's one of those things that like I'm not having a midlife crisis, but now I have adult money,
Yeah,
and
no,
now I'm
that's
able
it.
to get things with my adult money.
Exactly. No, we're whole ass adults, so we can spend our whole ass adult money on whatever the fuck we want. I'm sorry, I'm not spending it on a fucking like car to put an engine in. Like, no, that's not me. I know
Listen,
what.
I got my 401k. That's enough.
Yeah, exactly. I pay my health insurance. I make sure my teeth are cleaned. I go to the doctor every year. That's all my adult shit. I pay taxes and whatnot. Now let me buy dumb anime shit or dumb fucking nerd shit. Leave me alone. You know.
Let me buy my Pokemon cards in peace.
Exactly. Move some kids around. Wait, what? Get out of here, kid. Hell yeah. But Matt, I think that'll end it for the podcast tonight. Thank you for joining me, man, all the way from fucking Florida. Shit.
Fucking Florida.
Yes, sir. Nah, thank you so much for joining me. Just your insight about like how pop cult started and things you're currently into. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope you have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great talking with you.
And great talking to you as well. Have a good one.
Bye bye.